This is my favorite moisturizer, this La Mer Soft Cream, to wear under my makeup.
Ah! Ugh! Oh, she spoke too soon. How can you go in with a... Yes, nothing like a freshly brewed cup of personality in the morning. I asked you to send me the Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, or internet skincare routines that I need to react to, and Hailee Steinfeld was one that you would not shut up about, and I am not completely mad about it. So today, we are going to react to her Guide to Glowing Skin on Vogue's Beauty Secrets, but we're also going to talk about some industry secrets, about how celebrities get their skin to look so good, and specifically the filters and social media and photography tactics that are used on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I always post the edited and unedited version of photos. I think that that is essential to making sure that we have a healthy perspective of what reality looks like. And a lot of people tend to comment on those and ask why they don't look that way, or how I edit those photos, or what celebrities do. We're working with Skillshare on a portion of this video to help bring that to light and really dive into even the photography tips that are used to get that picture perfect photo, even out of an iPhone or a cell phone camera lens. But before I introduce you to the tutorials and the cameras, I want to introduce you to Cass, your acne big sister. Hello, if we haven't met before. My name is Cassandra Bankson, and I'm an expert who's been in the industry for over 10 years. I've personally suffered with acne for over 15 and become a medical esthetician to try to understand my skin and help others with theirs. Although I've worked alongside and with doctors and dermatologists, I am not a physician myself, but that being said, I love analyzing, scrutinizing, and learning from other people's skincare routines and doing some internet analysis on society and social media and where those two combine and meet and how they make us feel about ourselves. And that is what we're going to do today. Let's press play. But first, let's get a little bit more personality inside of these adenosine receptors. Peppermint mocha personality. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Hey everyone, it's Hailee. I am going to be taking you through my skincare routine and my everyday makeup look. First things first. Gotta cleanse the face.
We do have to cleanse the face, but do you notice how her face, her neck, and her chest are drastically different colors? This is usually because of one of two reasons. Number one, hopefully she is applying her SPF diligently. Sun protection not only stops you from getting cancer and stopping collagen degradation that can lead to wrinkling, but for certain skin types, it also stops the overproduction of melanin, which is created by our melanocytes. When our skin is irritated by the damaging UV rays of the sun, melanocytes naturally produce more melanin. This is a protective measure to protect the keratinocytes that kind of sit on top, almost like a little umbrella or a little hat. And this is also what happens when you get a tan. But as we know, tanning is dangerous. Intentionally going into the sun and just burning is very dangerous, and SPF is your BFF, so please use it every damn day. And speaking of tanning, the other reason there could be this color disparity is because of self-tanners. When people use self-tanners, they usually do it all the way up to the neck. They want to blend those lines. Self-tanners are relatively harmless as long as they don't make your hands too orange. They're kind of a sugar actually in the way that they kind of soak into the skin. But for people who do self-tan, sometimes their face is a dramatically different color than their neck. And personally, I think that's what's going on here.
This has gotten me more compliments about my skin over FaceTime than anything I've ever used ever. This Pore Organics face mask. So I will do a generous amount. Pea size for me is like a whole handful.
This is a mask from Pore Organics, but what was the cleanser? The cleansing looked nice, but what was it? You can't just show me a cleanser and not tell me what it is.
Sometimes I'll just use it for 10-15 minutes before I apply my makeup.
This is the Pore Organics Noni Glow Sleeping Mask, and we have actually dug into Pore Organics because this is Miranda Kerr's brand. We have spoken about this before, and we have an entire video on that. So please go check it out here and here, and if that isn't there, yell at me. There's a little eye that should pop up with related videos, and sometimes I forget to fill them in. But this is actually something that I would spend my money on. It does have some very interesting ingredients, and although it is technically a celebrity skincare line, it does have salicylic acid, it does have some aloe leaf juice, it does have some noni fruit extract. We do have some sunflower and basil oil, the quartz, and some of the fragrancing ingredients might be a little bit irritating for some, but overall it is not a terrible product. And again, if you want my full thoughts on the line and about the celebrity behind it, click there or here. click wherever I put it.
Next step, I take this toner, little cotton pad. Voila.
Dickinson's original Witch Hazel Pore Perfecting 100% Natural Toner. Why does this scare me? I love that it's not overpriced. The all natural is again a little bit misleading because technically lead is natural, arsenic is natural, poison ivy is natural. That doesn't mean that they are better for you or that they are something that you should wipe on your face. But the price is right, and it looks like it's lemon scented. I don't know. When we click on the ingredients, all natural distilled witch hazel, containing natural grain alcohol at 14% and witch hazel extract. This is gonna be really intense on the skin. I want to set it straight for the record. I do not hate witch hazel. I do not hate alcohol and fragrance. And I wish people outside of our skintellectual community understood that it's wrong to demonize ingredients or foods. There are certain ingredients that have less data than others, less data, less proof, and can be more irritating. But when they are put into certain formulations, they can be okay. And unless you have a true cosmetic allergy, you don't have to fear or demonize these. Simultaneously, I have not tried this product, but based on the ingredients, it looks like it might be pretty stripping. If you're trying to sanitize the skin in preparation for a treatment or procedure, then fine. But to use this on the skin every single day, I just feel like it might be a bit much. And again, we don't know her skin type. Is it overly oily? Is it dry? I don't know. I just wouldn't do this. I just do like that it's, you know, $4.99. That is a price that I can get behind, and this gives me hope that, you know, this is going to be a relatable routine from a celebrity, because often we don't get to see those.
This is my favorite moisturizer, this La Mer Soft Cream, to wear under my makeup.
Ah! Ugh! She spoke too soon. How can you go in with a $4 witch hazel bomb of what and dryness to an overpriced $400 tub of seaweed and Nivea? Why? Again, video on La Mer coming soon. I am working on that. This brand goes so deep you don't even understand. The physicist who's dead literally uses sound waves and sang to his cosmetics and told people to eat them. Why do people spend $400 on this stuff? I am glad that she likes it under her makeup. I like it under my kitchen sink, as in the trash where it belongs. Did I say it? I said it. You don't have to spend $400 on a moisturizer. If you have the money and you want to, then go for it. But just know that most of the celebrities are getting this stuff for free because the brand gives it to them and it makes them look bougie. Because not everyone can afford a $400 tub of face cream crap that is basic ass petrolatum jelly. And they want to show off that they can. Hey, hint, hint from your acne big sister. Spending $400 on a cream does not make you elite or celebrity status. In my personal opinion, makes you dumb. At least everyone here is a skintellectual. You know better. But some of the other people on the internet do not. It should be a choice, not a requirement, to spend this kind of money on your routine. I'm just angry at airplanes today, and I'm taking it out on this video. Okay, guys? You don't understand how many airplanes have been doing it. I've been here for almost an hour. These airplanes. And we are only 1 minute into the video. The struggle is real.
But I find that my foundation sits really well over it, so not too much. I feel like it goes a long way. I've been working for my whole life. What feels like my whole life. And so I've traveled, I've had different people in different parts of the world do my makeup in different ways, using different techniques, and I think it's become more and more important for me, but I've always been really obsessed with taking care of my skin and making sure that it is the best that it can be. My skin, it's been a journey. And let me tell you something right now, I'll get a little bit closer so you can see. We are looking so good right now. I'm so happy about it. It's probably only gonna last about a week longer, I'm not gonna say that, I would take that back.
I love that she brings up the fact that so many people put so much makeup on her face, because often we look at a celebrity's Instagram like hers and we're like, oh my god, she's flawless or she's perfect. But you don't know how many things go on behind the scenes, from makeup artists to retouchers to photographers to literal lighting. Did you know that lighting and just the way you set your subject in front of a camera lens or yourself in front of a camera lens can drastically change how your skin looks, how big your nose looks, whether or not you have that lens pulled towards your face. Learn about f-stops, learn about depth of field. I know it can get complex with photography, but even phone photography or iPhone photography can make such a difference. And those who study it, whether it's just the filters or the shot composition, it really shows. And again, I think it's crazy that we compare ourselves to people online when we are comparing their highlight reels to our behind the scenes, right? Here's a photo of me, like without posing, without trying, and it is not that attractive. Here's me in the exact same area with just a different pose, holding the camera differently, setting up the shot differently, and with slightly different lighting because I'm angling my face a different way in the room. Is that not crazy? Look at that before and after. What? And I get it, I've been a model. I've been on the internet for like 10 years. Part of what I do literally involves me taking photos of myself, which let me tell you is still just as awkward and embarrassing, especially in public, that it was the first few times I did it. But there are definitely things that I've learned from trial and error or from just learning online. And that brings us to talking about photography tips and skills with Skillshare. It's thanks to knowing cinematography and photography tricks that I was able to get this video of, aw, a cat in the hat. I mean, a cat in an ad. Skillshare is an online learning platform, and I consider it if like Netflix and Pinterest kind of had a baby. It is basically curated content for the creative person. A lot of it is based on graphic design, on business building, on photography, cinematography, and even personal productivity. And it's like Netflix because they have these binge-worthy shows that are actually broken down into little chapters. So unlike YouTube where you're searching to find the next episode in a series and being distracted by videos on the sideline or someone's epic comment in the description box, Skillshare actually lays things out in order so that you can follow them and take notes and actually learn them on your own time. They have basically this creative library, literally thousands of courses, and one that is on iPhone photography, specifically how to take your iPhone photos to pro level. Dale McManus has a course on there, and he speaks not only how to set up a photo and how to get that perfect shot even out of the camera, but he also talks about the settings that are actually on your phone. Because did you know that your phone actually has slow motion? It has 4K, it has HD settings that you might not be turning on. He teaches you about everything from HDR to actually setting up a grid. There is a rule of thirds that helps your photos look more balanced and actually uses leading lines to draw your eyes into a specific area of that photo and make it look more professional versus just amateur. I use these tips all the time in my own Instagram and they are so important. But again, if you haven't studied these things or if you don't have a Skillshare or similar account to teach you, no one taught us this. If you didn't study film or photography, how are you supposed to know? Come on, parentals and educational institutions, why did you not teach me anything useful that I need to know? Such as Instagram and photography hacks. Dude, if that's what school was, I would have paid such better attention 10 years earlier. This course even talks about storytelling in photography and filling the frame, and it actually takes you through things like Lightroom, which is actual photo editing, which a lot of other courses online don't. And again, celebrities know all of these things. They are either doing them or they have someone who does it for them. And again, that's why on my Instagram I show the before and after, because I hate it when people compare their reflection to someone else's retouch. And if you understand the tricks that are being used, all the way from Lightroom and editing to the actual setup of the shot, even how you can do that on your phone, it makes a really, really big difference. And I think it's important for people to know so that if they want to use it to create art, they can, but they can also compare that to what celebrities are doing so that they don't judge themselves. Skillshare believes in education just the same way I do. And again, I've been doing this for 10 years, but I still found such valuable things inside of this course in particular. There is a link down there and the first 1,000 people to click it can get Skillshare for free. If you aren't one of the first 1,000, it's only $10 a month, and that is literally the same price as 2 days of overpriced mermaid coffee, or that is like 111 days of Graham Stephan's 27-cent cup of coffee. But regardless, I would highly recommend you click that and turn on the notifications, because the notification butterflies are the ones who get to see these videos first. Sometimes I respond to comments or we do a live chat as the video first launches. And when we have giveaways or when we have free sign-up opportunities, you can be the first one to know. So click that link and see if you are one of the first 1,000 to get this and other courses for free. And again, if you would like to, it's only $10 otherwise. If you've been bored, if you're trying to learn something new, if you're feeling dismayed by the world, or just want a new outlet to express, understand, and explore your own creativity, I would certainly say explore this or other courses. And it's not just me, the ad cat thinks you should too. Here is a little link for you if you do so choose, and remember to just look at everything on social media through a grain of salt. Look at everything on social media with your own filter. Your filter of skepticism, of skintelligence, and of creativity. Because once you see the tricks that celebrities and professionals are using, you kind of lift the veil, you kind of reveal the magic, and you actually understand what's going on underneath so that you can build your own confidence and empowerment, knowing that everyone struggles with insecurity. There are just different tricks of the trade that help us suppress or filter them.
Next, I use my sunscreen. I don't leave the house without this. I have one in my bag at all times. It's so important. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
This is the best part of this entire routine. The Elta MD is amazing. This is a great one. Elta MD has a lot of different options for sunscreen, some that are tinted, some for the body that are like pasty McPaste. Like, forget mayo on a McDonald's chicken McBurger sandwich. Give yourself paste in between two pieces of paper. And that is the pasty McPaste burger that some of these sunscreens are. But Elta MD has some UV physical, they have some UV clear ones, and they even have a tinted one that is phenomenal. And yes, SPF is your BFF for your health and of course for your beauty. It is so important, and I love to see celebrities who actually A, understand this, and then B, do it, and then C, share it with their audiences, because skincare is more than just aesthetics. It's more than just an appearance and looking good online. It is literally about your health, about your well-being, and it is part of your self-care routine. And we love to see someone who respects that, even if they do choose to use a $400 overpriced tube of Nivea seaweed cream moisturizer. Don't eat your skincare.
I'd say the #1 beauty tip that I've gotten from my mom is sunscreen. Wear sunscreen. She's always told me since day one, or stay out of the sun, which I tend to do. I really have found that working out and staying physically active has really helped, well, with a lot of things, mental health and my skin ultimately, either turning my phone off or leaving it behind when I'm in the gym and sort of allowing myself that time, again, to disconnect and just focus on me and the moment that I'm in.
Her mother is an intelligent person, and this conversation about exercise actually takes us into a whole different topic, especially when it comes to exercise. For her, kind of sounds like being meditative and being a choice rather than something that we do to our bodies as a form of punishment. I've spoken in depth about this on live streams, but it's the way we frame exercise in our mind and the way we use it as self-care instead of self-deprecation that's really, really important. And again, if I had 2 hours and no airplanes in the sky, I would sit here and talk to you about this for 90 minutes. However, this is our live stream schedule. Let's connect over here or on channel memberships coming soon. Big things coming soon, by the way. But let's connect there on some of these topics because exercise is a whole different ballgame. And yes, I am a personal trainer and nutritionist. I don't currently practice in those areas, but I have learned a lot along the way, especially from the modeling industry, seeing how people treat their body, especially in the realm of exercise and nutrition, and how damaging or how uplifting that can be, depending on how you approach it. And if I leave you with one thing today outside of skincare, it's that your body is beautiful. Your skin is amazing. This entire system works to protect you, and you need to love and cherish it for doing that, which means giving it a little hug every now and then and reminding yourself that your insecurities don't define you and that your flaws can be your features if you look at them through the right lens. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Very exciting things are coming soon, and if you made it to this point in the video, then congratulations. You not only get the live stream schedule, you not only get those words of wisdom, you not only get the sneak peek on the fact that big things are coming soon, which means you might be able to call me, we can have a conversation, talk about your skincare, maybe even play some skincare games online. Click here for the next video, click here for the next video, and enjoy. Love you guys. Bye.